John Eichelsheim from Boating New Zealand magazine. We've got a couple of the new Smuggler 580 ribs out this afternoon. One's a wee bit more basic, the other one's got all of the fruit on. The boat that I'm sitting in at the moment belongs to a client, an owner. Very keen on the boat, he's already done 14 hours. The slightly less spec'd up one belongs to Smuggler Boats themselves. Logan Pringle owns the boat and he has spec'd it the way that he likes the boat to be. So both boats share a lot of common features. Among them is this bow arrangement here, where we've got a nice comfortable seat here. There's quite a bit of storage under there. That's where the anchor goes. That's also where they store the battery. On this boat we've got a lot of Railblazer mounts with rod holders in them. There's actually 6 along the tubes on this boat, only 4 on the other boat, but you could put as many on there as you liked. Both boats again, they share a large bow locker here in the floor. A lot of storage in there. There's enough room for 2 dive bottles. More storage on this boat in particular. We've got the wider console, nice seat here, somewhere to sit, a bit of storage under, which again is handy, easy enough to get into. Got life jackets and things in there. The owner of this boat keeps it undercover, so he needed to be able to get it inside his shed. So the guys at Smuggler Marine have made sure that the whole bimini top can fold down. That's a nice touch. So this is a pretty nicely equipped console. It's the wider centre console in this boat, and the nice thing about it is you've still got room to move around either side. Pretty well equipped. There's a 9-inch Simrad display in here, one of the new waterproof Fusions. You can pop that anywhere on the boat. It's just got a Railblazer fitting. You can pop it there or put it on your paddleboard, whatever you want to do with it. VHF radio, bit of storage under here, also access to the battery switches and pumps and things. Reversible backrest, that's a nice touch, so you can sit facing the back if you like. Storage in here as well. Also the pump for the washdown. There's also a second 12-volt outlet because the owner of this boat likes to put a live bait tank on the little swim platform that he's got on the transom. In the glove box, both of these boats feature 12-volt outlets, USB outlets, so you can charge your phones and things. Nice touch, and the glove box also keeps the spray out. So now I'm aboard Logan's boat. Now this one is set up slightly differently. It's got the smaller, narrower console in it, a little bit more room to get round either side, but of course not quite so much protection from the elements. Still enough room for a 9-inch display. This has got a Simrad NSS Evo 9. Evinrude engine this time, the other one had a Mercury. This particular engine is a 90 horsepower. It's an E-Tech, which is a 2-stroke engine. It's a 3-cylinder, about 1300 cc's. Goes very nicely, gives this boat nearly 40 knots. It's an interesting contrast to the other 580 that we've been looking at. That's got a 100 horsepower Mercury, a 4-stroke, 4-cylinder, much bigger displacement engine, 2.1 litre, but quite similar performance, at least at the top end. I think probably if you loaded the boat up, you'd be better off with a bigger Mercury and just pull the load a little bit better. Other differences in this boat, only 4 of the Railblazer rod holders here on the Hypalon tubes. Both of the tubes are Hypalon, and I do like this 2-tone graphite look, quite classy, and it'll be nice and cool in the summertime as well. This boat also features an ultralon floor, which is really good under the feet. Similar situation here again. We've got a little seating area in front of the console, not quite as big as the other boat, but you've got plenty of room up forward, and the beauty of this one is there's not just one underfloor bin, but there's 2. There's one forward and another one exactly the same size in the cockpit. This is somewhat lengthened from Smuggler's earlier 550 model, and it's just given that a little bit of extra room there in the cockpit, which of course is where people like to fish and where people like to load up when they're diving, etc. So it's been a real benefit to the boat. So on Logan's boat we've got a different setup when it comes to the rod holders, and there's also a ski pole that slides into here. It's quite well forward in the boat, and that means that when he's towing water toys and things, the back of the boat doesn't get pulled around. He can also fit a bait board onto the other pole. So there we have 2 examples of the Smuggler Strata 580. They're the same boat essentially, but they're set up quite differently. So you've got quite a few options here. You can go the up-spec way, or you can have it slightly less spec the way that Logan has with his boat, but either way you're going to have a fun machine. John Eichelsheim from Boating New Zealand. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to see more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel.